And hello, we are online. Good. It's been quicker this time.
Yeah.
um, so, um, I actually, before we begin, I have a question for our Chronomancer, as
Yes.
in a time question, as in if Emmy and I woke up this morning at 4:30 a.m. in Dublin. Why am I doing a role playing game tonight?
Because you are our favorite dungeon master and you're crazy enough to do that with us?
You get inspiration.
But so much.
By the way, if you had not gotten, I forgot to mention at the end of last session because it was a campsite scene,
Oh
and
yeah.
quite the campsite scene. Please remember to tick your advantage box if you have not
Awesome.
already. And on that note, um, I am not going to recap the revelations. For that, we have last episode. So if you missed it, go back and watch it. Um, there's but as the morning comes after a night of revelation, I believe, yeah, Sorsha, you're not exhausted, but you're
I
definitely
had
you
an
okay.
exhaustion point. Yeah.
Okay, we gave you an point of exhaustion. Okay,
Yes.
so it's going to be rough for you today, definitely. Um,
It's okay. You can try and sleep in the in the canoe next to all
Oh
the stuff.
no. Oh no, you would not be able to sleep in the canoe today. The canoes are stored.
Yeah,
And
right. That
today
is true.
it's going to be the first time that you actually venture into the jungle itself
Oh
on
yeah.
foot.
We're
So,
walking today.
yeah, you're walking
Oh,
today.
oh no.
So the idea
I
was to head directly east, but because it is a hex-based system, you're going to go either west, northwest or southwest. I think the idea was to go to northwest.
I think so. Yeah.
I am going to move. Let's have the people
I
at
would
home
like
see.
to summon a dinosaur.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely, absolutely. Um, the this is not the first time Kumari's appeared, has she?
No.
To the
No,
no, I mean to the guides. Sorry.
The guides?
it might be.
No, I think I've walked around the city a bit.
Hmm. Okay.
Also, no, we showed off our. At some point, there was like a moment where everyone had their pets out, and I was like, "Fine," and I'll do mine too.
yeah,
Okay.
you did that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You summoned Kumari
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
jungle
yeah.
to show her off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
totally.
So Kumari is definitely going to help you, if only to sort of break open the path in front of you. But I mean, she's not subtle,
Hmm. Nope,
so you can, as you. But before we get to that,
just like me.
before we get to that, as you come up, as you wake up, you start first breaking fast, then breaking camp. Are there any interactions that you want to have with each other before we move into the day?
So everyone's aware of the revelation. Heinrich, did you get it? Yeah. Okay.
I was next to Vroom
Well,
when it happened.
Yes.
Okay.
not everyone is officially aware.
No. Yeah, I think Brune will definitely like sort of in the morning go to Gale and Sorcha and go like, our lovely guide, Iku, the not quite what she appears to be, but it's fine.
I know.
Oh,
She told me. Thanks for telling me.
These celestial. So,
Yeah.
so there's like I got this image in my head, and basically, I think like whatever she is, I think that she's what the Centaurian based their logo on.
Oh.
Like she's like a snake with wings. I
When
think.
when he says that, can I use my arcane knowledge to find a creature in my head that matches the description?
Oh, I'm definitely going to do
I am going to
a
have
religion roll.
Yes, that would be a religion roll. That would not be an
Then
arcana.
I will assist you in that.
Are
While
you trained in arcana? Are you proficient in arcana? In religion, Heinrich?
no,
I'm not either. So
I am.
oh,
Okay. So yeah, so just I need to verify this, but I believe I read some in the back of my mind is that if you assist, you can assist if you have proficiency.
okay.
Could somebody look up the help action and tell me and let me know?
What?
So anyways, somebody.
I can give you advantage if you or assistance
okay.
if you wish.
Well,
Okay, I mean, go ahead. You can. I'll give you advantage because you're all putting your heads together. But
yeah. It's like comparing, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but it's not that big. Okay, no, it's not that creature, but it doesn't have the wings, so it can be that creature.
Hmm.
yeah,
Oh
No,
god.
yeah.
better wings, better wings.
Advantage, that's an 18.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So you are aware of um. Let's see. From what you might guess is let's see. Let me put you out a handout for everyone.
Oh, goody, goody,
Of
goody, goody,
course,
goody.
the people at home have already seen this image. Um, and it is a Coatl. Um, uh, oh, okay. So as no, so yeah, okay.
I mean, you could totally house rule that do need proficiency, but
It depends on some games where that is the case, others
Okay,
not.
okay,
So I'm
okay.
gonna just say no. I'm just gonna say as long as you can give advantage.
So where did you put the
So
handout?
I put the handout in show to
in player
players
handouts,
in player
creatures and
handouts.
monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At least that's why I had mine. But
Yes. You should have everybody should have it. No.
No.
What was handout? No, I've got handout Eku,
Okay.
Azaka Stormfang, Su Monster, and Geraldine.
No.
Now you do.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my. Hello, beautiful.
nice.
So the Coatl are beings of so they are within 18, let's see. They are a lot of the celestials are created in either the image or with a certain purpose by the gods. And so each god will have their own celestials. The Coatl are orphans, as in nobody knows what god created them. But what you do know, or at least by during the legend, are that they are benevolent and they're beings of great intellect and insight. They are, um, but their goal, in a sense, is completely unknown. the thing is, considering how rare they are very, very cautious. As in, they know that whenever one of them falls, it is a loss. It is a permanent loss in the fabric of the universe. And so they do have a tendency of working in the shadows, working on the sidelines, hidden away from sight, or at least in identity. And so the fact that this woman has come out and revealed herself as being one of these creatures is a mark of trust, not only in yourselves, but also in the validity of your mission.
Yes. Okay.
Good to know.
Now, who do you? I'm guessing that this conversation happens on the sidelines. You
Yeah,
four
just-
discussing.
Yeah.
She'd specifically asked not to reveal it to what's her name?
Basically,
The other guys.
Salida and Inete.
Yeah, Inete
Yeah.
and Salida. Yeah,
Salida, that was it.
as in
I'm
she
not
doesn't.
gonna tell anything.
She doesn't want to. I don't think that she wants to break Inete's mind just yet. But yeah. As you break camp and you start heading, you leave the shore of the river. Rain starts to fall, and the clouds that had been sort of looming overhead half the night are now gone from white to dark gray. And as you step into the forest, you realize that the light is not only dimming from the canopy of the jungle, but also from the covering of the and it's the covering from the cloud cover. It's around maybe mid morning that you start hearing not thunder from above, but the thunder of water on trees. So you
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
little by little, as the water falls from layer of the canopy, you start getting smaller, small droplets, and then it's a rainfall that comes down. You can hear the thunder, the thunder of the clouds above as this thunderstorm moves around you is eclipsed by just the sheer amount of noise of water on leaves. Inete is almost terrified about this. You can barely move about, as in you can barely see beyond maybe 20, 30 feet in front of you. The rain is just coming in. It's a monsoon type of rain that is falling on you today. So it's going to be difficult, definitely difficult walking. But there is some comfort as you look back as you sort of think back to the river. There was no way that you were traveling by river today.
I was going to ask because if it's that terrible under the canopy of the river, it would have been hell. And
So I ask you this now. What pace are you putting? Oh, M, did we just lose you?
Oh, looks like it, yeah.
Hello.
We can't hear you. I can hear you from across the room, but
And there she goes.
the question that okay, here we go.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
hey, do you hear me now?
Hey,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
All
great.
good.
The question that I'm asking is what pace are you taking? Are you going normal pace? Are you going fast pace? Are you going slow pace?
Normal, I think.
Normal?
Normal, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
certainly not faster than normal.
Okay.
Counting that we have the help of Kumari, who
Mm.
can help.
Kumar, it's going to be it's still going to be difficult. Kumari
Yeah.
is I'll say that for roleplay purposes, you do have somebody sort of breaking the vegetation in front of you,
Mhm.
but mechanically, it's you already have advantage for your travel roll, so
Yeah.
for your survival roll. Though at this point, technically with the rain, you are at a
A straight roll.
disadvantage, so it's going to be a straight roll.
Well,
So-
I'm probably on the tail of the group, like,
So who's the survival? What's the survival score you being used? I think it was 8.
I have
It wasn't
Look.
mine.
I have
So
+7
we
at
lost you again.
survival, and
I
I
think it
don't
was Gale.
remember. Yeah, I
But I
don't
think we
remember
lost Gale again.
Gale's.
Sorry,
Or at least
you were talking above each other there.
I think we
Oh.
lost Gale again. But I think it was Gale
Yeah.
who rolled it.
Yeah.
Oh, did I lose everyone? Okay. Right. So I don't know if this is still recording. Most likely, I am going to pause here for a second. Okay, let's hope this goes a bit better. Right. Okay, are we all back? Here's hoping.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's hoping this works. So, Gale, your survival roll, your survival skill is 8.
8
Okay.
plus
Yeah.
my guidance that I
Right.
put on it.
So can you
Mhm.
please roll a d4?
Yes. Because what's the point of having a cleric if you don't? Well, it's not gonna be a lot today.
Hey, one is
Okay.
always good than nothing.
Yes.
Can make a
Right.
difference.
Oh wow. Okay.
Indeed.
Okay.
The rain's really messing with us today.
True that.
Okay, and you move 1 square. Let's see. Right. Okay. Interesting. So the day goes by, and it's hard. I'm going to ask every one of you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh,
Everyone gets a +3 on this because I'm assuming that we're all within 10 feet of me.
I'll say yes, but 10 feet. That's within 3 meters. That's and you've got a dinosaur. So, but
Mhm.
yeah, okay, sure, I'll allow it. You go ahead.
I'll do the roll too, but I've got a
Ooh.
couple of advantages.
Great.
I'm fine.
Okay. So as I mentioned, the day is hard work. Especially since this is the first time you've actually moved in. You're out from the boat. This is your first real venture into the forest. Apart from Vroom, who of course critted.
Okay.
Heinrich, you're for so Sorsha, technically, I believe you're at a disadvantage because of your exhaustion. Or is that
Not
no,
on
no, not
saving
saving
throw.
throws? No, that's you're true, right? So what basically what it is that you all get one. So as you're walking through the you all get 1 level exhaustion.
all?
All of you,
Oh.
everyone.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The DC, the con save was to avoid getting a second one.
Okay.
Uh,
Boop boop boop. And so Sorsha, you should be exhausted level 2.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
So the as the at some point during the day you make good way, and you're pretty sure that you're on the right track. It's difficult to see without any stars or any sunlight to measure by. And at some point, maybe during the day, the light has gone so low that you're unsure whether time has passed enough for there to be sunset, or it's just the cloud cover hiding away from hiding the sky away. But I think Salida most like actually I should run for them. I should have there. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Constitution. This would be normal. DC 10. And that's right. Right. So Eku is not bothered, but both Salida and Inete are literally exhausted. So they actually failed their saving throws. And at some point, Salida is the first one to sort of curse and say, "Well, that is enough for today. I will not go another step, and I will not certainly risk us any further." Eku looks back at you, and Salida has a look towards Eku as in, "Don't you dare contradict me on this." Salida is in a foul mood.
Yeah.
The party girl visage is completely faded away. And Inete is, when she hears those words, just basically plumps down on the side of a tree. It just drops, despite the running water across the tree trunk. You were all completely soaked from head to toe. I think maybe Heinrich, you might have tried to maybe sort of wash away the sort of prestidigitate away the water, but at some point it's just too much.
Yeah.
And you start and you start setting up camp. Eku has a look towards you, Heinrich, and says, "I believe that dome of yours will have some use for all of us tonight. But
Good.
I don't think there will be much space for a fire. Let us set up the camp at least set up the fire to get us warmed up."
Gale is immediately going to go into action and casting first light, probably um, probably on a trunk around the place where we choose to set up camp, on the trunk of the tree, so that the area is lightly illuminated. I'm gonna with shape water, dry up some wood that we can start a fire.
Okay. As you let's see. Okay, I'm going to set up. As you start setting up the camp, it's clear that um, today is going to be rough. You, how should I should say this? The storm is not going to be just passing by just yet, right?
Hmm.
Oh, did I already?
We have a hut then.
Sorry.
Good thing we have a hut.
Yes, good thing you have you have the hut.
Totally.
But a fire is as you light up the fire is certainly a comfort for the rest of you, as the light and the heat allows you some semblance of normalcy. I'm going to. Okay. Of course. Let me set up. As you might realize by now, there is going to be an encounter for tonight. So.
Hooray!
Right.
We can't wait for it.
Mm.
And
Well, I'm excited to have Kumari in battle for once.
Oh,
Ah.
you're gonna keep Komari on watch?
Oh yeah, like
Thank you for reminding me. So I'll add Kumari to the. Let's see. Where are you? PC Kumari. Okay, here we go. I need to. No, that is the wrong Inete. There we go.
Bad Inete.
That's what happens when you prepare your stuff in a long time in advance before you decide. Well, maybe I'll change the NPC stats. Okay, so I'm going to place you. Let's see. Okay. So as you set up camp, most likely around the main idea is for warmth right now. To dry the clothing, to get some heat back into your bones, and that's pretty much what is going to be what the whole thing is going to be about. You're too exhausted for conversation, chit chat, or so on.
I'll probably handle most of the camp, whatever needs to be done that's in the wet and so on, since I'm probably not as bothered as the other by the fact that I'm wet.
I'll firebolt the campfire when you want me to.
Okay.
Do I see that Sorsha is more exhausted and also very tired?
Oh, Sorsha, you see her, she's exhausted to the point that she really didn't care about, well, when she was in a dry point, she just took off her clothes and just stayed in her underwear to make them dry. And then, like, she didn't care of anything and rolled over in a blanket and slept.
Okay. So you've, I mean, despite being tired, Selida is hopping around, and she's setting up the camp in a way that's quite different from what you were before, that you'd seen before. She would have set up the tents or whatever. In this case, the tents are opened and slanted as to. You can see that they've been set up for to sort of make dry areas around the campfire. So
Mhm.
it's less of tents or hammocks, but more about keeping the rain away.
Yeah.
Yeah, different sort of a different way of preparing the camp. And she brings out a specific tarp that she places over the fire, so that to protect the fire from the rain. The weather has it's a let up a little bit, but it's still very much raining downwards. Um, as you start preparing, um, the you probably have your first meal coming in. Well, your first meal, the meal of the night. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted tonight. I've been awake for a
Fair.
long time. But could everybody make me a? No, they wouldn't really hide. There's a at some point just south of your position. There's a crashing. The noises of the um I think maybe Gale. I think Gale, you'd be the first one to notice. Is that you see there's a lantern light coming through the trees just south of your position.
Okay. I'll certainly focus on that and signal everyone, like in not talking, but just attracting attention without talking.
Okay. As
Do I
you
have to roll a perception check because I'm focusing on the place and trying to get what's coming at us?
yeah, why don't you do that?
I think Leroy maybe walks Sorsha up.
Depending on if I had advantage for any reason or not, 11 of 26.
Definitely disadvantage considering
Yeah.
the rainfall. Um, what you can see is so it's difficult to see because of the lantern light sort of hiding what's behind. But you can see through the darkness a series of shape moving about into the sort of the clearing in which you are. As the shapes move in forward, you start hearing the distinct sound of metal armor. The
Okay.
clinking
Yeah.
sound of armored boots on stones. You can see that the person in front of you, the leading person, definitely has a heavier step, as you can see them almost sort of squelch into the mud of the jungle, sort of lightly dip.
Okay.
And as
I'm
the
moving forward, shield and trident set already.
okay.
Hmm.
Address back.
Okay, so actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide these here. I'm going to move you to the map, and you're going to
Oh,
tell me
goody.
where you guys are as opposed to. So, just want to make to before I go in, the shapes are here.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. Okay.
I,
So,
oh, my map's going really slow. Oh, there. Okay.
Okay. So you can see the firelight. Okay, yeah. And actually,
I'm
I'm this guy. No, they would be dynamic lighting, bright light. What is the light? The light cantrip. How? That's 2020.
it's 20 feet, 1 hour,
Yeah, but it's
so
2020. It's bright light,
20
low
foot
light.
radius dim, and then bright 20 foot and dim 20 foot.
Okay, so there we go. The lantern light sort of disappears in a moment. Well, no, it's still there, but it is eclipsed by what you know to be arcane light. So it's much brighter, much wider.
Wait, where's the arcane light coming from?
It would be coming from here, but don't
Oh,
worry.
okay. Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Let's put you back into. Okay, so and as the light is revealed, red. The person in front seems to be wearing heavy armor, as in plate armor, including helm. The accompanied by a priest. By their face, definitely of either the sort of sword coast kind of person. So this is not a local. And the other soldier at the other side as well. However, all three of them seem to be no, not seem. They are wearing red tabards on which is sewn a red flaming fist.
Oh, goody.
Seriously? Why?
This is gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn! What did it just?
Yeah, let's put fanatics with exhausted adventurers. Great idea.
Okay, I'll just bump. Oh, God.
Whoa!
Yeah. So as you can see the actually you are here, and I don't know why I cannot. Oh, was it in dynamic lighting? No. I can't get the circles to disappear. No worries. Ignore the circles. So the acolyte right here is the one they've put about they have the sort of the light spell which is currently active. And the man at the front takes off his helm. He's got the his sword is at his side. You can see that also on flanking the three in the center. You can see two locals. So these would be Chaltian, and they are holding in harnesses or at least leashes these small, well, basically small raptors.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Velociraptor. Actually, no. Is this?
Well, Velociraptor were dog-sized.
No. Actually, this is the Velociraptor from Jurassic Park, which is this is the medium-sized creature.
Okay.
Yes. So these are Velociraptors as you would have seen in Jurassic Park. So the bigger size, not the small chicken size. And they're very much. You can see that the leashes are less. They're a strand of leather, but there's a piece of wood that allows the handler basically um, to keep the dinosaur away from biting him. But these are
Yeah, okay.
but these seem to be either pets or domesticated or maybe hunting animals. Vroon, you would know that this is common practice. This would be the equivalent of a hound or,
Yep,
or,
I
or, or an
figured.
attack dog. As the knight pulls his helm and says, "Well met, travelers. May we share your fire and get away from this humidity."
No.
No.
Ah,
Well. And he sort of looks to the two to the side and says, "I would have hoped that this could have been handled peacefully or at least graciously But you find myself now in position of requisitioning your fire. And while we're at it, maybe we should be looking into your authorizations.
Maybe you should look into
Authorizations.
your own authorizations. I don't believe the Flaming Fist has any more claims here.
Ah, but that's where. Wait. A luck beast. And, by the way, are you in your full armor?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh,
Whenever we're not on a river, I'm in full armor.
fair enough. Oh, and then somebody has dressed you up as a knight. Well, this truly is interesting. Um, and he has a look towards the armored figure that stepped forward, which is you, Gale. And while this is a question that I've asked maybe many times off, your mercenary background, the 3 ships, is visible, I believe, on your armor. Ah, we can't hear you again. Damn it.
I'll be right back.
Oh, there you
No,
are.
we
There you
hear
are.
you.
Ah.
So,
you,
Do
you,
you-
you, we could hear you, but
Yeah.
while the 3 ships, so symbol of my mercenary company, are certainly on a pin on my shoulder, they are not the most obvious symbol. The most obvious symbol is the big symbol of Valkyr I'm wearing on my whole tabard.
I think so. The knight turns to you, Gale, and says, "And how about you, my lady? Does this luck beast speak for you then? As a priest, a Valkyr no less, would you shun away travelers in the wet?"
Gil sets her trident, lowers her shield a bit, and looks at him. Rune's answer wouldn't have been my answer. However, you have been less than gracious yourself.
I'm in the meantime giving a little psychic command to Kumari, like, get ready for trouble.
Sorsha, would have been awake by this, right?
Yes, probably during this she was like getting everything back, and she'll step out of
By
the
the way,
bubble.
the dome isn't
Mhm.
has it not been would the dome have been set up, Heinrich?
Probably seeing Sorsha dropping down like
Okay.
I want to sleep, I would be like, okay, well, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second.
So we verified this between the 2 sessions.
Yeah.
If the wizard does step out of the tiny hut disappears. So I'm going to move the tiny hut for now, as we are no longer going to be using it for a while. And the so can you please make me a perception check?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, I can do that. First roll.
Okay.
Well, not first roll.
Okay. So as you the knight, the one in the tabard sort of steps a bit forward, still flanked by the 2 here, and says, "Well, maybe it is because we are strangers that you do not trust, and I understand your reluctance. but at least allow me to introduce myself. I am Menace. I am a menace. Jesus Christ, that sounded better on paper.
Menace?
You're
You are a menace indeed.
um, that's when the GM shoots himself in the foot. That happened. This would be a menace Greywind. I of Baldur's Gate. And of the Flaming Fist, despite the claims of your hireling. The Flaming Fist does have a controlling interest anything south of Port Nianzaru, and as such, we are here to patrol and to make sure that any resources are not pillaged by adventurers.
Can I make an inside roll on that claim that they still have any control? Like,
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Can I do it too? Thank you.
I know they don't have any control. So I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I'm
14.
You're pretty. I mean, you're pretty sure you're pretty sure he believes it.
we all agree on the fact that with the events in Waterdeep, the control of Chult has been removed from the Flaming Fist, right?
So, with the events that happened at the end of Dragon Heist,
Okay.
Port Nianzaru has been liberated, in a sense, from the influence. Okay, and we're back. So yes, apologies for those. A bit of issues today. The clearly the computers and the landlines are as tired as we are. Where was I? Yes,
You were, yeah.
Flaming Fist.
Discussing the events of
yes,
before
of Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
yeah.
At the end of that campaign, influence. So any authority that the Flaming Fist had over Port Nianzaru was taken away, but what they do in the jungle, that is pretty much up to them. I mean, Vroon, you know this. They have a tendency of pretty much saying, "Well, we're here, so might as well take it." Right? They're very much frontier men. They're very much the sheriffs in the Wild West would saying, "This is our land now." Why? Because we got a piece of paper that says it is. Who signed
Why
it?
I wanted them to
Meh.
fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. But nobody's been strong enough or organized enough to go into the jungle and pick them off. So
Right.
currently, as they are standing from their port of call, which is
Camp Vengeance, I guess.
Fort Belurian, actually. They pretty much have free reign over the continent, and this sort of racketeering is one of the ways that they make their money on this side, because they no longer technically have a paying sponsor. So but yeah, so that is definitely the case. He still believes clearly that he is completely entitled to whatever he might, that he believes that he is in charge.
Yeah.
But then again, these are Flaming Fists. These are entitled assholes.
I have a proposition. If that could arrange everyone, if you wish to hear it.
Please be any voice of reason in this storm is to be heard out.
Yes, reason. That's the word. So, we're all weary and wet. And in the middle of the jungle, so a bit of humanity and civility. You could dry yourself if you just don't pick a fight and claim over anything. You're in a no man's land. So let's not get that way. You dry yourself, you rest, and we'll part our ways tomorrow.
Of course, my lady. That is quite the acceptable agreement.
But don't pick a fight. Rune,
I
would that be agreeable to you?
I am not sharing fire with the flaming fist.
You can make
If you
another.
want to invite them to your fire, then I will be elsewhere.
While they're discussing, I'm gonna look for a spot, and I'm gonna cast campfire.
what do you mean cast campfire?
I got a cantrip for that. Give me a second.
Oh,
Oh
summon
yeah, Druidcraft?
Uh,
Or
No,
nope.
it's this.
No.
I think it's
create
just
bonfire.
okay.
I'll cast it, and I'll cast it like in a safe space for them, and I'll say, "There is your fire."
Sure. Let me just. Let me just find something here. Okay, so. There we go. Dynamic lighting. Let's put this 2020. Oh, god damn it. Okay.
No.
There we go. For those at home, we apologize. We're going to take 5 trend, and so there'll most likely be a part 2 to this one. See you on the other side.